Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be discussing seasonal depression, kind of what it is, and tips to overcome it if you're someone experiencing seasonal depression during these times. So, seasonal depression is important to know that it's super common among young adults, college age students, high school students, and students out of college as well. It occurs during the colder months of the year, typically from September to March. Around those months is when it gets not only colder outside, but it also gets darker relatively early. So by November, December, it's getting dark outside by around like 4:30, 5 o'clock. And so that can trigger seasonal depression. So seasonal depression is triggered by this darkness and this cold weather because there's this chemical in our brain called melatonin. And melatonin is produced during the dark times of the day. So when it's getting dark outside and during the night, melatonin is produced in our brain and it makes us tired, it makes us unproductive and less motivated than we normally would be during the day. So this obviously varies person to person, but for people with relatively normal melatonin production, they're going to get sleepy at nighttime. So because of daylight savings and because of the time of year it is, it gets darker earlier, and so therefore melatonin is produced in our brains at an earlier time than normal. So this causes us to lose motivation, lose productivity, all these things, and we can fall into something called seasonal depression. So tips on how to work through seasonal depression if you're experiencing it. One great way, and the most common way, is to work or study or do your homework or whatever in a very well lit area, especially when it begins to get dark outside. You want to keep the area you're working with fully lit so that your melatonin is not produced until after you leave that well lit area if it's dark outside already. Another way is to just stay busy. Keep yourself preoccupied with tasks or work or studying or whatever. This will cause your motivation to increase because if you don't stay busy and you're suffering from seasonal depression, your motivation will likely decrease throughout the day, especially if it's getting darker earlier. It's really important also to check on your friends and make sure you're understanding what they're experiencing and understand that it might be different than what you're experiencing. So it's super important to acknowledge their feelings just as you would acknowledge your own and help them through this process if they don't know exactly what they're feeling. And it's okay to want to stay in sometimes. It doesn't mean you have seasonal depression. It's okay to not want to be social sometimes. Everyone needs a break from being social and being around so many people. But it's super important to understand that you do need social experiences to live the healthiest life that you can since we're social creatures. So make sure you're getting enough social interaction to stay healthy. But other than that, those are just some ways to tips and tricks on how to decrease seasonal depression or the symptoms of it and increase your productivity. So the best way, like I said earlier, is by working in a well-lit area, and that'll be your best way to do it. Also, I wrote a article for The Crown about seasonal depression, so there's even more tips in that. If you guys want to check that out, it's on the website for The Crown, the newspaper at King's. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.